switched the exhaust manifold riser valve. I forced it closed, so no more hot air going through the intake or around the intake manifold. Made a spacer plate, well, not really spacer plate, but I made the heat shield to protect the carburetor from hot air after it's hot. Keeps it from vapor lock. And I readjusted the throttle valve for a little earlier shifts. That way the motor doesn't go in rattle zone before shifts there. That smooths a lot shifts a lot smoother now. I only have 25 pounds of oil pressure when it's hot, so not trying to rev it too high, keep it down low. And the biggest thing is I finally just bit the bullet and I drilled out the jets, and that made all the world of difference. Was that masking another bigger problem? Maybe, don't know. This is an old motor. It could have something to do with lower compression. Couldn't really say. There's a lot of things that could possibly affect the mixture. But once I drilled out the jets, and I actually had to set the accelerator pump at a different position. The way it was incorrect. There's two holes in the little pump bar, not on the pump itself, but on the actuator bar above it. And I had it in the upper hole. It should have been in the lower hole to preload that accelerator pump a little bit. And that did help with some acceleration off part throttle, but it did not help the mixture issue that I was having, requiring the choke to be on when it was hot for it to run. Now the choke is off, and with drilled jets it's running quite well, and I can let it cool down and the choke will reset, but not so much that it will keep it from starting. So now I can actually just drive this thing, let it shut off and cool down, and then I can start it right back up 20 minutes later and it'll start and idle no problem. So yep, I think I finally, oops, sorry, I didn't have that backed out. Could have had a better view. Anywho, that's Project Area 51 for today. And I just drove it around the block after it sat for a while, and it started right up, and it nice, well-mannered, and it's getting more and more fun all the time. But yep, check out the interior there. For 71 years old, it's got less wrinkles than I do at 48. Cool.